we were doing it 45 years ago, that was basically all wheat. And now we're doing all these other crops. We're working about a lot more crops, so therefore it's changed quite a bit from that respect, yeah. Meaning that instead of growing, 1,500 acres of wheat and 150 acres of other crops, well, now we're growing 2,200 acres of wheat and, gosh, 1,000 acres of soybeans, 1,000 acres of corn, and 1,000 acres of grain sorghum and sunflowers. Today it's virtually, we're about 90% no-till, which gives us a lot of control of the erosion and so forth and the care of the soil. I think everything that is terraceable is terraced, for soil conservation purposes. Terracing of the land, it's contour farming, I believe would be a more universal description of it. It's the purpose of putting in contour ridges or berms into the soil to carry the runoff from above over to this grass strip for exiting the field. And back to when did we start doing it? We started here with a heavy emphasis in the early 60s, installing those on our farms, on our upland, our sloping ground. And as a result of that, we've reduced the runoff. And yes, unless we get a really big, hard rain, we just have virtually eliminated runoff. So therefore, the chemicals that we put on stay put, as well as the fertilizer, and that's important. It really is important. Our fertilizer program on our row crops, our corn and those type of programs that use quite a bit of fertilizer, we put that product on with the planter. And by doing that and putting that on with the planter, we can reduce our application rate by quite a little bit. We're reducing that by 15 to 20%. Versus putting it on as a broadcast application where we'd cover the entire field. We're covering just that row with a liquid product that's incorporated into the soil, which just, gosh, we'd have to have a 5-inch rain or more that would disturb that. And so those are very rare here. That's one thing about the no-till. We've reduced the engine hours that we use here immensely. Yeah, we don't run anywhere near the hours we did or pull the tractors near as hard because we're not doing the tillage thing. We're just pulling planting equipment, basically. Our sprayer is a self-propelled sprayer. We do our own spraying, so we have a little more control over the spraying. We don't spray other than on pretty calm days. We use very, very little chemical on our wheat production. The chemicals that you read about, or we use anyway, are on our rotational crops like the corn and milo and soybeans are predominant users of chemicals. Yeah, we use very little chemical on wheat. We're using safer chemicals. Chemicals have changed a lot in the last 10 years. At that point in time, we didn't have many available to us, but we have a lot more of them today, and they're a lot safer than what they were. And by safer, we're spreading out the usage of them. That's one of the things we've learned, not only as producers, but as seed and chemical suppliers have learned. Timeliness of the application. Years ago, all we had available to us was pre-emerged chemicals. Today we have a whole host of post-emerged chemicals, and they're very safe from the standpoint they're just contact kill. So therefore, once they hit the soil, they become they're used up. So therefore, things have changed a whole lot.